You don't dictate us how we do a traffic stop.
Yes, okay. I do. Told you I can give you my name.
Don't
Stop
touch
it.
my hand.
Stop it. Stop.
Any identification in that car?
I got a common law tag.
Okay, that's not an identification.
I'm a United States Marine. Common law courts.
Welcome back to the Van Ballion channel, guys. Today we head to Florida, courtesy of NY Detective, for a traffic stop where yet another soft sit and contender for Parent of the Year turns a simple traffic stop for driving on fake private plates and having a juvenile in the back seat without a seatbelt into charges for resisting arrest and driving without a license. Get your popcorn ready for this one.
Can you roll your window down for me?
Emergency?
No, ma'am. Can you roll your window down for me?
No.
Okay. I need to talk to you a little bit more, so that's why I wanted it. And can you also turn your music down?
No, I don't need to do that.
Okay.
Is there an emergency? Is there an accident?
Ma'am, I'll be asking the questions, okay? I'm Officer Lee with Orlando Police Department. The reason you're being pulled over.
By common law.
I bet if you try to get her to explain common law, which, by the way, is not some magic wand that grants you the ability to drive illegally, she wouldn't know where to start.
472-45. You're being pulled over because this young man right here is not in the seatbelt. Also, your tag is not coming back to anything.
I'm almost home. I'm looking for the right away.
Okay. Did you just understand what I told you while you're being pulled over?
I heard what you said.
Okay. May I see your driver's license, your registration, and your proof of insurance? Ma'am?
I lost my driver's license.
Out of what state was it from? And how long ago did you lose it?
Of course she lost her driver's license. Now, why doesn't that surprise me? That's how many, if not all of these idiots get into this in the first place. Google can be your friend, but it can also send gullible people down soft-sit rabbit holes.
I really would like if you cut your music down so I can hear you.
You can hear me. You're answering everything.
Well, with you making this a little difficult, I'm going to have to pull you out of the car if you can't confirm who you are. So I want to know, there's some questions that I need to ask you, and I'd rather have your music down so I won't have to yell.
I can give you my name.
Okay. We'll just wait for another unit here.
Ma'am, turn the call off.
I don't feel comfortable with y'all. This is like, no, do not open that car door.
Yeah, well, they don't feel comfortable interacting with someone who is making it quite clear they only care about the law when they think it suits them. So enjoy the consequences of that.
No.
Ma'am,
No, I am not getting out the car. I'm not
okay,
doing
turn
anything.
the call off for me.
I don't feel comfortable with y'all.
I understand
have my, no.
That's fine.
I have my rights. And I
Okay.
do not feel comfortable with any of this. I lost all my dang information just a few days ago.
Well, ma'am, the first
But I
thing,
can give
you
you my name.
don't dictate us how we do a traffic
Man,
stop.
yes,
Okay.
I do.
No,
Because I
you
don't feel
don't.
comfortable. Yes, I do. I already went through this with somebody
I
else.
understand that.
No, I don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
And yes, I'm going to do this in front of my kids. No.
What a surprise. A sovereign citizen claiming to find encounters with law enforcement uncomfortable, yet does everything in her power to make it that way. And on top of that, has the nerve to use her own kids as a shield.
Okay.
No, I don't feel comfortable.
Ma'am, you really don't want to do this.
So y'all going to yank me out my car?
Ma'am, we're telling you by law to get out of the vehicle. We are
By law?
By
For
law,
what?
we're allowed to control the occupants of the vehicle.
So you don't have the information for you.
You won't turn off the vehicle
No,
like we
I'm
asked.
not, 'cause I don't
So
feel
now we're
comfortable.
asking you to step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm calling my husband.
You keep saying you feel uncomfortable like that's a valid excuse to ignore and or break the law. Well, it's not, and a call to your husband is not going to change that fact.
Ma'am,
I don't feel
I've already told you why you've been pulled over, okay?
Give me the ticket.
Okay. I can't even confirm who you are right now.
I just told you I can give you my name.
Don't
Stop
touch
it.
my hand.
Stop it. Stop.
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
You don't make no goddamn sense.
I don't think you're in a position to comment on what does and doesn't make sense after this little performance, and in front of your kids as well. What a disgrace.
I'm suing the shit out of y'all. And you better put my dress up.
Yes, ma'am, we have a female. They'll be able to do that for you, okay?
All right, let's get her up.
No, don't get me up because I'm.
Fix her. Can you fix her?
Pull her. Yeah, pull her close.
Here, come take her legs.
Yeah, the fact that your behaviour put you in a position where a police officer now needs to step in to rearrange your clothing to prevent you from exposing yourself says everything. And once again, this is all in front of your kids.
Just switch.
Do me a favor.
Double lock. Those my
Pull or something. Oh, it's just a cramp. Those kids are.
All you need to do is
I already went through all of this shit with y'all before. And
Okay.
same damn concept. I told the other officer the same thing. I told the officer, get my Marine Corps tag off of there.
The fact that she's been through this before and didn't learn her lesson tells you everything you need to know about who she is and where her priorities lie.
Trying to pitch it. There we go. Let me get the other one first. Make sure it doesn't fall down. It's not that kind of dress. It's a tube. Nope. Tube. Okay. Just want to make sure everything's good.
All right, is she covered under there? Let's get her
We're
up.
good.
Come on up now.
Bend your knees. Sit up. No, sit up. There you go.
Come on up.
There you go.
Do you have any identification in that car?
I got a common law tag.
Okay, that's not her identification.
It is. Y'all got 5 of y'all for one little bitty person?
Well, someone needs to look after your kids. You're clearly too immature, irresponsible, and of course, in the middle of getting arrested to do it yourself.
Now, this would have went a whole different way if you just gave your ID.
I didn't have no ID.
Okay, you gotta be able to provide an ID.
I
if you
don't have one. I
if
said I
you-
had a common law
Look,
tag and y'all still not answering me.
That's
I mean,
not-
that's recognized that.
That's not how it works. You gotta be able to show us who you are. You can't just drive a vehicle and not know who you are. So now you're going to jail for something so simple because you don't want to listen.
Going to jail over something simple and because they refuse to listen pretty much sums up the sovereign citizen movement in a nutshell, really, doesn't it?
It's not because of us. It's because of you.
No, it's not because of me.
You could have been leaving.
I already got 2 lawsuits against y'all about this.
Just put that on my front seat.
It's the same thing. Violate every constitutional right. That's fine.
Promise you, we're not violating
Yes, you
anything.
are. My right to travel. My right to privacy. You yanked me out of my car. You reached your hand inside of my private vehicle. Private automobile. I apologize for that.
So
No, but
you're going to be able to provide.
for somebody else. 5 other cops did this shit to me.
So basically you want all the protections that come with living in society without any of the responsibilities. Yeah, sorry to break this to you, but that's not how it works.
All right, man, I'm going to read you something. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You got a right to remain silent. Do you understand? Anything you say may be used in court. Do you understand? You got a right to talk to a lawyer before and during question. Do you understand? If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, one will be provided to you before question without charge. Do you understand? Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me? Do you want to talk about today? I need a yes or no answer.
What a surprise. The mother who not long ago was resisting and fighting cops is now too busy playing the victim to answer simple questions.
You want to talk about today, Miss Hawkins?
I want to call my husband.
Okay, well, I think he's actually coming to get your sons. Those are your sons in the vehicle? Okay. So once he gets here, I'll let you talk to him. But do you want to talk about why you're in the back of my car in handcuffs?
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay.
I do not want to talk about it.
All right. To let you know, you are under arrest right now. In the state of Florida, you must have the vehicle properly registered. I ran your tag that says it seems to have some type of characters that look like private. That's not a tag that somebody is going to give you in the state of Florida.
No, but this is a tag you can purchase from Amazon apparently, when they have them in stock, that is.
Also, when I'm asking for your driver's license, and I'm asking you to turn down the vehicle so I can hear your name and your date of birth a little properly, instead of you having the music up loud, that's just so I can hear you a little bit better. You have not been identified at that time. I still need to make sure I get a photograph of you. Just because you give me some information that says...
I didn't give you any information. In fact, you didn't even ask me my name. You just kept asking to have my music turned down, which I told you no.
Everything's on body camera.
I know it's on body camera, so we can talk about that when we go to court.
I asked you for your name and ID. You know, I'd rather have your ID so I can get a picture.
I can give you my name. I don't have any ID. I told you that I lost that. So if you want to sit here and continue to make up little stuff to make your case better, then go ahead.
Well, there's no case that I need to make better.
It is a case because it's going to be a big case.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Funny how we never see the outcome of these so-called big cases, isn't it? I wonder why that is.
But
I gave you my name.
Okay. Well, I'm just letting you know why you're in the back seat, okay? When we tell you that you also need to cut the car off and that you need to come back to us, we're allowed to do that.
I don't need to come out of my private automobile to...
But that's your opinion, but I'm telling you what the law is.
That's not an opinion. That by Constitution.
Okay. Well, you are under arrest and you will be transported to the jail.
Yeah.
And we will go from there, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Typical ignorance of Tsai. Cites the Constitution when she thinks it suits, but ignores the 10th Amendment and Supreme Court rulings when it doesn't. Anyway, enter the husband. He's arrived to collect the kids and to let the police know he's a Marine vet.
How you doing, boss?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not really good.
Yeah.
Okay, you there?
Yes.
Okay. You ever? No, what I have is all of my permits is in my truck.
Interesting that he, a Marine veteran, also calls his truck an automobile.
I confirmed him on my computer. He's registered to the VIN of the vehicle.
He's registered to the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. But you don't have a I was talking about for the tag. Remember the paperwork for the tag?
That is in other business. I was at the VA and other places, and I have a business. And what was going on is that I had all that in the vehicle, and I let my buddy keep the truck.
Okay.
And everything is in
You're supposed to have your registration in the vehicle.
Okay, I know what I'm supposed to do, sir.
Okay.
I understand that.
Okay.
I understand what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
But you said, one of you said that my wife resisted.
Yes. That was me.
And that's because she's terrified of you guys.
Well, I mean, she still got to abide by the law. I mean, I'm telling her to get out the vehicle, and she's saying no. And then when we try to get out of the vehicle, she can't swing and hit at the police. I'm just telling you can't do that.
Claiming to be terrified of the police is not an excuse to drive without a licence, refuse lawful orders and resist arrest. Maybe you, a Marine vet, should be more pissed at your wife for exposing your kids to illegal behaviour instead of enabling it.
You follow what I'm saying? We wouldn't even be here if she would have just gave the officer identification and just complied with what we were requesting. Excuse me. Here you go.
So that's the thing. Ray-Ban glass?
Are we done with the traffic stop?
I am.
I don't want to reach around in the vehicle. We're done with it?
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
I'm a United States Marine. I did 27 years, dude. I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah, I got a family, a bunch of family that's been in the Marines, okay? Yeah.
Just like in one of my previous videos where this guy claiming to be an ex or former Marine, which isn't what Marine vets refer to themselves as, apparently. I wonder what my viewers, many of them veterans and active members of the military, think about a Marine using his position or title like this.
So, we're done with the traffic stop. Here's my card. Okay? Alright?
Is your mother's wallet in there?
Okay. Yeah. All right. I appreciate it, y'all.
I thought I heard somebody going on. Okay, this is?
That's a universal ID card.
Universal, what agency issued that?
Common law courts.
Okay, I got you, okay.
All right, this is an issue.
You want to take a picture of that? With a QR code on the back of it?
Universal ID card, my arsenal. How much did you pay the so-called common law court for that useless ID card? Mr. I swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution as a Marine, but only when it suits, of course.
Mr. Hawkins, she was requesting a bottle of water. Do you have a bottle of water in the car?
Is there a bottle of water in there?
Yeah, sir.
Thank you.
All right, sir. But the only thing is that you can't drive this on the roadway. Okay? So we don't want to be back in this position again. Okay?
Thanks, buddy.
So go ahead. You'll stand by till you get it. You want to give her water now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, your husband here, he's going to take your sons, okay?
Okay, can I speak to him?
I'll roll down the window real quick.
Go ahead and tell them what you need.
Go ahead and post the bail.
I'm going to do that right now, then, baby. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave from here, and I'm going to go post your
It's
bill.
going to take like 3-4 hours, just to let you know, processing and shit.
Okay. And I'll get that squared away, and I'll come get you when they let you go. Okay, babe?
All right.
Just relax.
I don't have my blood pressure medicine, so.
You don't have your medicine?
No, I don't have my inhaler, so.
We'll address all that at the jail. I'm trying to go, I will try to work with her on the bond, but we'll address that at the jail.
Do you need medical treatment right now?
If you know what, by the time she gets there, she's going to need medical treatment.
Okay.
Yeah, what a fantastic role model these two are for their kids. Unbelievable. Alright guys, so she was charged with resisting an officer with violence and driving while her licence was suspended or revoked with knowledge. Right, thank you so much for watching guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to support me and get early access to videos like this, then all the links to do that are in the description. Right, take care all, and I will catch up with you in the next video.